Let's continue with the story of Moses and the fourth location mentioned in the Quran in relation to his journey. After Moses settled and had a job and wife in Madian, he stayed there for a long time, but he was determined to go back to Miz.
As he was on his way to Miz with his family, he reached the valley of Torah, where God called him, "Verily I am thy Lord, therefore in my presence put off thy shoes, thou art in the sacred valley Torah." The sacred valley Torah is the location where Moses spoke to God. This valley is next to a very high and huge mountainous structure called the Tor. The Quran says, "And we called him from the right side of the Tor and made him draw near to us." This implies that the very high and huge mountainous structure called the Tor is in the same location of the sacred valley of Torah.
The question that comes to mind here is, where is this location? Where is the sacred valley of Torah, and in which country?
Let's check the map. If Moses is returning from his family from Madian, then clearly he would enter Miz from the south, which implies he would pass through Abyssinia and the eastern north of Sudan. Indeed, on the current borders of Sudan and Abyssinia, and specifically on the Abyssinian highlands, is a valley named Tor. You can find this information in the book of James Bruce, a Scottish explorer who was the first to follow the Blue Nile from its source until it meets the White Nile. On the 29th of November 1772, Bruce arrived in Aswan and published his book, Expeditions to Discover the Sources of the Nile, between 1769 and 1773. It's considered one of the most authentic books that examine the River Nile Valley. About his trip from Ethiopia to Egypt, he mentioned a significant piece of information. He referred to a town called Al-Gadarif, a town at the border between northern Sudan and the Abyssinian highlands. Its true name was Tor. Bruce illustrates the map of Miz before the recent borders between the north and the south. On the map you can easily locate Tor next to Abyssinian Heights. From a geographical perspective, Tor, or the city of Al-Gadarif, is located in the Ethiopian hills at the border with Sudan. Rivers flow into this place and create fertile, rich soils that retain water and provide essential nutrients to plants. In fact, it's considered to be one of the top agricultural areas in Sudan, with high, fertile valleys around the rivers of Adbar, State, Al-Harad and Bislam, highly known for corn and sesame all around the world. As for the animal population in Al-Gadarif, around 7 million different types of cattle come from nearby neighbourhoods seeking water and food. God describes this area in the Quran as the blessed spot. The blessing refers to the diversity of the rivers, agricultural crops, trees and food, which applies to the city of Al-Gadarif. This area and Sudan in general is considered to be the food basket of the world. There is no other area as blessed agriculturally